may wonder why I am up here doing all the talking. I've wondered that for a long time. But actually, as I tell everyone, I just wasn't smart enough to say no. All right. Tonight, set now. We get this show on the road. I want to introduce Don Miller. Don, obviously, all of you remember he joined us at FDSH High and became a teacher and a wrestling coach and had a very successful career. And, you know, we just thought every gathering needs to have someone pass on some wisdom, and they were sure I couldn't do that. So we brought Don in, and he said he would be happy to say something nice.
Well, when Cindy asked me if I'd say a few words, she said they liked to hear from the old wrestling coach. I said, I did teach advanced biology. I did teach biology, so I said I would be glad to. Welcome back. First class I ever saw was this class. A young pup myself, I was scared to death. And then they say when I got here, oh, our advanced teacher quit, our advanced biology teacher. Can you teach it? It's kind of like what Dutch Huesman told me years ago. He said, can you teach world history, Dutch? And he said, yes. You want me to tell him to slide around? I can go both directions. So when they asked me if I could teach biology and be advanced, and we have a lot of bright children in this class. I'm telling you right now, I hope some of them are still here. Who had advanced biology? Anybody here? Bingo. And I'm telling you what, we dissected the squalus acanthius. Anybody remember what that was? That's the dogfish shark. And the radioliphians. Now let me tell you about teaching advanced biology and having frogs sent to you that are alive. Sometimes our custodial people, nothing against Mike Waddell, he didn't have that assignment. But these little things were jumping in this box and made a funny sound, so the custodian thought, hey, I'll open up the box and see what's in there. Well, there were 150 live radioliphian frogs. About 80 of them got out. Now, did you call me at home and tell me to come over and try to round some of those little fellows up? No, I got there the next morning. There were frogs on everything I had on. They were on top of a 3-foot shelf. I have no clue how they got up there. They must have piggybacked all the way up the top. But so it was interesting. I had a great time. I've always loved Fort Dodge Junior High. People ask me now, you're a big girl, were you an Eagle or a Dodger? Once you're a Dodger, Peter will always be a Dodger. I'm so glad to see Larry Lee here and getting credits to people like Larry Miller, or Larry Mitchell had my daughter in choir, and he was always kind of upset because she threw the shot and discus in track. It coincided with the musical, so she never got to do that, which I always felt bad about. But I've had 2 granddaughters now that have been both in the high school musical, so I feel very proud about that. They're very involved in speech and drama and all that good stuff. And I think I told Leslie Drollinger one time, I would have loved to have been in plays in high school. Even though I was out for every athletic sport I could be in. There's something about that that's kind of intriguing. To take your people, change your personality, be somebody else, and just have fun. Never did, wish I would have. I knew the people that I know in this building right now really well are the ones that never left. The Dave Tracy, the Dean Underbergs, the Keith Danklaw, county supervisor. A lot of people stayed here and really kind of made Fort Dodge a better community. You won't believe this, but I've been retired for 20 years. Oh, wow. I have, that's why I got new hips, you know, they're gone as well. But I love this town for one reason. They showed you how they felt from their chest. If they told you that you were doing something good, they adored you. If they told you you were doing something bad, they abhorred you. And they told you so. So you know what? People in Fort Dodge tell you right now how they feel. So I just want to say something real quick about a few things that I thought, well, these are 9 things that I've learned since I graduated and I've had my 50-year reunion. You know, I got things going on my body now that I don't know where they come from. I went to the dermatologist and she said, what's going on here? I said, and she said, well, we got to cut that off. You know, we've been out in the sun too much. And I said, what's that? She said, that's a squamous epithelial cell that's just, she tried to explain it, and she said, well, it's kind of like barnacle on no boat. You go, yeah, that's exactly what it is. So I said, no problem, I'll can live with that. So you don't have to age gracefully. I was saddened to see who the people have passed. We've had many pass from my class and way back in the '64, and many kids around Fort Dodge and a lot of classes that have passed. And you hate to see go, but I think the minister said it all. There's a beginning and there's an end. And there's nothing more important than you believing why you are nothing more than the dash that you see on every gravesite. You're born in this year, you died this year, and there's a dash. That dash is what you give back to society, give back to the community, and give back to yourself. And that's very important. And I totally agree. I'm not ready to go yet. I know I'm on the runway, heading down there with all my friends. I just don't know when God's going to pull the plug and pull me up. But when he does, I'll be ready to go. I've had a good life. I'd like to introduce my wife, Bonnie. We've been married for 56 years. She was a teacher in this community for 30-some years. A teacher, an assistant principal, and a principal, and elementary principal, and she's loved this town as much as I have. We raised 2 good kids here. I've got 5 grandchildren. The 4 of them live in Fort Dodge. They're all going to be Dodgers. Now, for you Hawkeye fans, does not have a lot of booing. But most of my family went to Iowa State. The reason is it's a little closer. This year we're going to kick your butt in football. I hope. I've been following for so many years. I think we're going to have a good year. They go. I was telling Cindy earlier, she was running around like a rabbit, bless your heart. I know it's not easy doing these things. Mark, you're doing a wonderful job here as an MC. I can tell you've done this before. But just thank you to the committee. Let's give a round of applause for the committee. You know, this last week they had a big game up in Dyersville, Iowa. How many people have been to Dyersville, Iowa and seen the Field of Dreams? I hate to even talk about that because every time we do, I get a little, my throat gets real tight. Having a catch. That's what it's all about. You know, you think about this gathering tonight. It's not about how much money you made, how successful you were. It's about friendships. And friends, my dad and mom always told me that you have relationships with your relatives, and that's wonderful because that's blood. But you know, friends are family you choose for yourself. And some of your best friends are probably even closer than your relatives because you spend more time with them. Sad as that sounds, it's really true. But my children have enjoyed Fort Dodge High, and my grandchildren enjoy Fort Dodge High. You know, I've got a granddaughter that's 28, one is 26, one is 21, and I've got a grandson, finally, who's 15, and a granddaughter that's 10. So at Christmas, there's a lot of estrogen running around our family Christmas tree. I did tell my grandson he's the chosen one. When he was about 11, he didn't give it till he turned about 15, but he knows what's going on now. Thank goodness, one more Miller down the road. I look at life this way. My best days are still ahead of me. I've had great times in the past. I'm sure you have as well. But my best days are still ahead of me, so I'm looking forward. I can't wait to get up to see what I'm going to do today. Because at this age, usually by the time I have my coffee and my toast and my banana, and read the paper, time for a little nap. I used to think naps were so stupid. My goodness. They are part of the daily routine.
That's right. That's right.
You know, somebody said, well, you don't look too fat yet, Coach. And I said, well, thank God my wife feeds me because she puts me, I eat a lot of rabbit food, but I'm learning to like it. But take care of your body, take care of you. All you got is your health. Health and time, that's all you got. God bless you, Pastor. I'm sad to hear that story, but I know you're in the right place, so God bless you. Appreciate it. I feed my soul every day. I'm sure you do too. Some of you use religion. Some of you lose singing. My goodness, was that choir fantastic? Was that good or what? Every time I hear that song, don't you get a little sad-eyed when you hear that song? It's just a tremendous song. I've never heard anybody say a bad word about that. In fact, I told we have a relatively new choir director and so forth. I said, you need to hear that hymn more often at different events. Don't be bashful. I know you have a lot of bad days in your life, a lot of good days. As you get older, not many bad days because you don't care anymore. You used to worry about every little detail, and now you don't have to.
Yeah.
You can tell some people to go straight to heaven, and you won't even miss it. I said, one thing as you do, you know how you have to quit some things in life as you age, to be more honest, but you know what? Just be yourself. People love you for who you are, so be yourself. And you know what? Don't worry about getting older. You're blessed to be this age already. Yeah. Many, as you saw, didn't get the opportunity. So I'll just say this in closing. Stay happy, stay healthy. God bless you all. Class of 71, I love you.